welcome Mr. Alireza Shahrastani to come up and give the talk. Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Good? Energetic, right? Thursday, Friday is coming just around the corner and see still some smiley faces, that's a good sign. Okay, some of you know and some of you don't, but I am very, very honored to be part of this team since day one. And right now I'm the Chief Marketing Officer and shareholder of this company. So as a sign, when I joined this company, we only had a very small vision. We were only 3 people in a small, tiny office with very limited facilities, obviously, like any other startup. And we only had just a very, very small kind of idea that we had to work on. But we had one thing, one very, very important thing, and that was exactly the only thing that made us go through it, and that was the vision. The day we started to plan this business, the day that we started to be something, the day that we started to create something, we didn't want to be just profit-making. We didn't just want to be a big shareholder. We didn't just want to become very successful as entrepreneurs or as influencers and all that. We wanted to be very different. We wanted to create change and innovation. And that's the thing that we always moving towards. So as a person, as a consultant, as a marketing consultant, there are always things that can actually be aligned with this. And the day one that we started to create our vision, the day one that we started to say what we are trying to get in a few years' time, in a few years' hard work and different things that we are going to add to the platform, we wanted to be one thing, not profit-making, not strong, not anything, but being the game changer. And I'm certain that game changer contains many things much beyond than just profit-making, much beyond than just market share, and just beyond what you can tell and what you can sell to the consumers and to the businesses. That was very, very important. That's why we had to create a marketing that can be very different. So many of you have seen similar things to this Peyk in Middle Eastern countries, right? And many of you, the first sign that you see this, you say, oh, okay, that's very similar to the ones that in Middle East. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Uber, when started operating, it was not the first company that knew the idea of online taxi services. Airbnb was not the first company that they knew about this system of allocating accommodation within consumers and within the hosts. And many, many, many more examples. And I'm telling you, this was not the first initial idea. It's all about you making it, you culturalizing it, you creating the culture for the society you are coming from, and you can expand it within that culture, right? So as a marketing consultant, we had to create this culture. We had to integrate it within consumers, within every businesses who are going to adopt our service, within different kinds. That's very important. And that's exactly why we are telling you, we had to be game changer. The most important fact, we had to be game changer. So we've had many implementations with our marketing side, which I can briefly, very, very briefly mention some of them. One of the things that we did was merchandising. You have all pretty much seen, yes, thank you, this beautiful creature, this very cute, adorable creature. And let me tell you some facts about merchandising. 1% of the global GDP is based on merchandising. 1% of the world GDP, okay? Many companies have tried to adopt this with all the respect, many services, many businesses try to adopt this merchandising in order to increase their engagement, their endorsements, and most importantly, the training. You guys do not know how much this character, this adorable character that we love, have helped us to save money. Interestingly. Why? First of all, we had to make sure we have the lowest operational cost possible. Obviously, first factor in business. Second factor, we want to make sure we have the highest quality provider. Again, obvious factor. But how you can align it all that together? How can you make sure you can do all of that within very short time and you're a startup and you don't have budgets? So that's exactly where we came from with the ideas for the training. We had 4 months of training. We had step-by-step coaching. We invested so much money, time and energy on our training phrases because we had to make sure the people that we have adopted are going step by step, are aligned, and they believe in the culture of Peyk. That's exactly going back to my point that I said about being game changer. And this is all about the implementations that you take. Please watch this video.
Hello and welcome to our live IGTV episode. We are interviewing
Thank you. I am certain this video is not very professional enough to show in front of tens of people that there are investors, they are consultants, and they are with different backgrounds that are definitely interested in this series. Marketing consultants do know where I'm coming from, but maybe some other people don't. So the whole idea of Peyk Studio is to be different within expressing the ideas, within sharing the knowledge, within cooperating, within user-generated and viral marketing. It's extremely important that the platform that you create is being aligning with them themselves, that every user is content creator. We want every Peykee be Peyker. Every Peykee be Peyker. Of course, you know, our drivers are called Peyker, are referred to as Peyker, and that's why our character and merchandise is called Peyker. So the whole idea is that every consumer be content creator. And how would that be possible within the system? Does that mean every single person have to become driver and have to go in the streets? Definitely no. What we are trying to get is a platform that every system and every business that adopts is going to be aligning and presenting the system and the algorithms that we are giving it to them. This is something that we are going to show and we are going to prove in a couple of months' time from now. So about the merchandising that I said, and how would that be aligning to that? Look, merchandising and using characters as sort of training, as sort of increasing the sales, increasing the attention, and increasing the memories of the brand can help you to cut your costs, cut your training. All the training phase of our Peyker, of our driver system is through this application, through this character. This is so good. Why? Because we don't have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands for a coach to come and give every session training to the driver. Okay, one, pass. Next driver. My colleague and a guest speaker will come to us and we'll talk about how big data can help us to expand and become a better business, more efficient business. And this is exactly why the marketing team and data analyzing team have to be very aligning in many things. Because that's how you cut costs, how you manage to train the people within very limited budgets, but with high effects and very, very good implementations. So moving on, merchandising, Peyk Studio. The next station that I also told is our team. As I said, we started 3 people, very, very small, very, very limited facilities, and now we are thankfully around 30 people, which contains our developers, our marketing team, our analysts, our different people, that they are working from Middle Eastern countries all the way to America and Canada. So we are quite diverse, and this diversity can help us very good. Interestingly, I'm just going to say a point, just move on very quickly. We have had people and the research team that do the research within different countries that they are aligning with the system for us. So we have a team now that they do research in Africa, but just doing the things that we are doing, implementations as the services that we can provide. So yeah, as I mentioned, our team are getting so diverse and they're working very closely with each other with an internal integration and external integration to make sure they can adopt all the new services and all the updates within this industry to make sure they can provide the highest and the most up-to-date service to the people. Moving on, I really don't want to keep talking. I just really want to get to the point and do not make anyone tired of it. Then, as I said about the training. So I'm going to tell one thing. Entrepreneurship is all about innovation. Who's the biggest taxi provider, online taxi provider in the world? Which company? Uber. How many taxis do they own? 0. Who's the biggest accommodation provider in the world? Which company? How many accommodations do they own? 0. Who's the biggest content creator on social media? Facebook. How many contents do they create themselves? 0. So it's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about innovation. It's about connecting the right people to the other right people. It's all about you having the vision towards powerfulling and towards integrating the industry that you are in a way that you can align with in different strategies and implementations that you have for your future. So that's exactly how we have worked so far. Another factor that is really, really important about the step-by-step coaching is about we coming to the way that we present a brand, okay? It's interesting because we did so much survey. We surveyed 700 drivers before launching the business because we wanted to make sure what are the main troubles that they face. What are the things that they really value? Is it really the money that they value the most? Is it really the timing, the schedule, the flexibility that they value? What is it? And how can we give the best out of the best to them? It's very important. Peyk without the drivers would mean nothing. Without the Peykers is nothing, as well as the consumers. So our ultimate goal is to make a brand of Peyk, not a courier service. We are not a courier service brand. We are a lifestyle brand. That's something that I'm so passionate about. We are a lifestyle brand. And why do I say this? Am I really there yet? Of course not. We just launched 26 days ago. Come on, allow it. But we are definitely going towards there. Why? Because we have created a platform, a marketing platform that you all know. What we are providing is much beyond than courier. It's just much beyond than taking point A to point B. It's just much beyond than having £7, £8 for a trip. It's about you having some sort of vision for content creators, that every Peykee becomes somehow a Peyker on your platform, within different strategies, within different implementations, within different societies that adopt this system. It's extremely important, being a lifestyle brand, and we are definitely going to this. And that's exactly why we have created merchandising. We have created such a big fundamental for our social media accounts, for our marketing team, to make sure that future we have the potential to expand in a way that we are. But a courier service, a courier brand cannot really express in many things unless you become that lifestyle brand that we are trying to